that there's two reasons and two reasons only that we don't get stuff done. One, we don't know what to do. It's like you're an entrepreneur, you don't know what to do. And then once we know what to do, then we just don't do it. Well, I'm going to help you with the first part in knowing what to do. That's what we've been doing. That's what I'll be doing all of this December. I made a promise to some people that I would get on and I would show them how to make a product a day for 30 days, period. That's what I'm doing. Showing you right now. Here's the promise I made. I made a promise to Taj. She knows who she is. Jewel. She knows who she is. Odessa, Jamon, and Takara. Because they personally asked me, hey, show me this stuff. And I said, okay, I'll show you. So what I'm going to be sharing with you today, I'm going to be from yesterday, I'm going to show you how when you don't know how to get past a stumbling block, how it can frustrate you. And yesterday, Canva had me all frustrated, but I got past it like every entrepreneur should. I'm going to show you how we're going to use Canva code and some other code to create digital products. Now, again, I'm going to be taking care of the how you do it by not just going, hey, go over there and take care of it. And then I'll be sitting back in the back not doing it, by showing you that I've already done it. And if you see that I've done it, then you go, well, shoot, if that guy can do it, I know I can. So that's the key. All right. So I'm going to be jumping into this because one of the big things I wanted to make sure that everybody knew, and I'm going to be saying this every single time I come on here, right, is that this is what we are accomplishing. We are literally 30 days of digital product creation. I'm going to be showing you how to, the things to use, all of this kind of stuff, even if you haven't done it before. And I'm going to be saying, let's use some code and all that kind of stuff, even if you're not a coder. I'm not a coder, but I'm figuring out how to do some stuff, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. If you're brand new here, there's going to be a lot of new people in. This is it. This right here is just another digital product, right? Digital product, digital asset, digital real estate, all of that kind of stuff so that we can get our tails out there and put all of these ideas. This is the foundation of what I've been talking about and will be talking about so that we can create content. Where we're going to put the content? Well, we're going to put it on all kinds of spots. You're going to put it on YouTube, IG, TikTok. Now, I'm going to be showing you a lot of this. Right now, I'm putting it to like 5 different spots. Content pieces, 1, 2, 3, whatever you want to make. I'm going to show you a lot of that stuff. Now, if you want to come in and, do what I'm doing, follow along, have your laptop up or whatever it is, or if you're using your phone, if you just want to listen in while you do other stuff, that's cool too. I'm going to do a little instruction, then I'm going to make some offers to you. Is it fair enough that if I show you how to do a thing and you go, man, I now know how to do that, that you allow me to say, all right, here's an offer. Come in and let me work with you for the month of December. You get to literally name the price. I know. None of that Cyber Monday and Cyber Friday or Black Thursday, whatever. None of that for the month of December. And I've had people come in and says, please show me this. I'm literally looking at the thing right here. I'm looking at the card. Show me this stuff. All right, this is it. All right, so now, remember yesterday, I couldn't get Canva for the life of me to work the way I wanted it to work. But what I want to show y'all today is that we're going to be creating some digital products, and we're going to be doing it from code. Why I'm going to be using Canva code, even though it doesn't work that well, I was just really hammering them yesterday. But anyway, is because sometimes they give us simple stuff, right? So I'll give you an example. One of the first things that you do when you go over to Canva, they've got all kind of new stuff. They just rolled out code. If you have seen this before, then you know what I'm talking about. Even the free version allows this. Now, I like to save money with the best of them. So I'm just saying, if you like to do free stuff, Canva will allow you to do a few things free. But then I had the paid version. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to, do something else. I'm going to use you for free so that I can teach it from this perspective or share it from this perspective. Okay, here it is. So this is what you do. When you see this, your designs, your templates, Canva AI, that's one of the ones we want to click on, Canva AI. Now, yesterday it was operator error, and I couldn't find where my code was because I had already built some stuff, right? So you go right here where it says code. We click on code, and then it shows some stuff that we've already built before. Now, yesterday, remember, we were just trying to come up with some real estate basement, blah, 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 right? And this is what it actually came up with. So it came up with a very basic version. And this is why I want to show you that sometimes it can get us started. It can get us started in creating the digital product itself. Sometimes all we need is the start. So look at this. It says, hey, transform your basement into valuable living space. That's kind of where I was going with this. I actually coach people that do this kind of work. They actually build basements and stuff like that. And I says, man, you could, y'all could just make a killing with people that are, in these Michigan basements that just like, the ceiling is a little bit too, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got a Michigan basement, if you're not in Michigan, then you might not know what I'm talking about, but you might get all kinds of stuff, some dirt floors, or you might get some ceilings that aren't just aren't quite right. Well, as long as it's not a crawl space, and you may have an opportunity to transform your basement. So for them, I suggested that they literally figure out how to work with hard basements like that and just help people. They don't even have to do the work because it may have some code problems or some situations, but people can do what the heck they want to with their own space. Are y'all getting where I'm going with this? So they can literally become a consultant and just share with people, do this, go get this, watch out for this wood is too much, make sure you get this wood, make sure you get these screws, whatever, and help people. All right, anyway, so this is the simple thing that Canva came up with, and I'm telling you, man, like I was complaining yesterday about Canva and their simple stuff. Well, it gave us a start though. Look at this. You kind of look at it and go, okay, cool, cool. Now I'm going to show you, like I wanted to yesterday, what we would then do with that. But let me go back and show you some other stuff that it was able to come up with. All right, cool. Where are we at here? All right. So this is what happened yesterday. I lost it. So we got the real estates. We had a sales page. We had an interactive certificate. This is a lot of fun. So I created this for my sister-in-law. They had something in here that you can create, right? Because she hosted the game, and I put in some Michigan colors. But look at this. I told it what I want, an interactive certificate of appreciation for Diane for the Michigan game host. And it said, okay, yeah, okay, dope. So it created me a nice little something like this, right? Now, it wasn't super fancy. I tried to put the code somewhere else and it didn't work. But that's not the point. I was able to make sure that she got recognized. You see how I got it to move and all that kind of stuff. It moves around here. But here is the power, y'all. This is a gem now, y'all. Y'all know I've been dropping gems 6 days. Yesterday, I don't know, I dropped a couple, but it was like, yeah. But anyway, so on this day, here is something, and is the biggest gem. We go ahead and get the code. That's the part that we want, right? So if we can get to the code, even though it's simple, we can then use some other tools to make it fancier. I'm going to show you a little bit right here. So let's say I get this code right here. One of the cool things I did like about Canva, it will show you exactly what it looks like. And then, of course, you can use this in some designs. Well, that's pretty sweet, right? Use it in some designs, do it for other people, do it for yourself, solve your own problems first. You know how we do. All right. So it did that. I got some stuff there. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, but I want some more stuff. I want to look at some deeper things. And it couldn't hang. It did not do what I wanted it to do in the way I wanted to do it. And I was like, well, I guess I could go with simple, but some of these things may be good for you. You may go, look, I don't need much more than that to go out there and make a couple of bucks for myself. But I wanted to go a little bit deeper, all right? So I says, yeah, I need some good stuff. I put 6 versions of this puppy right here. And it's something that I'm using right now to go out and talk about kind of a productivity tool, kind of we can be better, we can do more, we can, turn off TV and miss all the shows, but then go out there and make a nice bag for ourselves by doing all this other stuff. Now, remember, this is for educational purposes only. I am not giving you financial advice. The results of this kind of stuff, whether you're trying to make money online or not, are not typical, implied, or guaranteed. I, some of my online mentors say this kind of stuff, and I'm like, well, shoot, that's smart. So I'm saying it. Look at this. Here's what it gave me as a start. Now you look at this and go, man, look, that's ugly. Well, yeah, it is. Watch this. Are you living a boring old resume lifestyle? Blah, 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 blah. But it gives us a little something, something that we can then build on. And that's what I want to show you, how we then build on that. Like, for example, we might say, well, just show me the code. All right. I want to see the code because then I want to take the code and put it in another tool. Right. Now, here is something even better. And I think I showed a little bit of this yesterday. If I hit publish, it's going to publish. Now, this is one of my sites, another ROI. Right. So if I get this right here, take all of this code right here, and I go, okay, cool. I just want to publish that and I want to grab this code. I can then put it into something else. And that's the beauty. I can put this into something else and says, hey, make this better. And I'll show you that here coming up. But as I had mentioned, one of the cool things that we want to do is that we want to constantly be out there asking ourselves, what could we create these digital products from, these digital pieces of real estate? Y'all know how I talk about that. I talk about monetizing your life because we can do it from all these different things. And now coding just allows us to do it faster. And vibe coding allows us to do it even faster. That's becoming the opportunity for us, especially if we got a lot of ideas. Now, here's what I'm going to show you. Remember, when I talk about this right here, and this is why. Ideas upon ideas upon ideas. That's not even a fraction of some of the ideas. And then how we go create content from them. And then we're going to literally put them as an offer. Now, what I'm doing with you today is just saying, hey, if you like this stuff, come on in and support the stream. Y'all know how I do. I say, hey, listen, I would love to do this stuff for free, but I got somebody over there that says that won't buy no bread, bro. So I oftentimes say, just buy me some coffee. And quite frankly, you might see me over at Wealthy Street Bakery because I go there every day and drinking coffee. You might go, hey, I got his next 30 whatever you want to do. And then if you want to get on the calendar, let's do it right here. If you can see that up on the screen here, I can put it on that side or I can put it on the right side. It allows you to get on my calendar so that we can do some work together. That's one of the biggest things is, like I said before, the only thing that's stopping people is that you don't know what to do sometimes, which, no harm, no foul. But then once we do know, we don't do. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to do season. And if you got somebody to show you this stuff that has literally for the month of December said to you, hey, I'll help you. And I can't say for free. I just fundamentally can't do that. But I will help you and you get to name the price. I don't know. I don't know what to pay. Well, look at your pocketbook. See what your pocketbook says. Hey, if you're getting ready to go learn something that could maybe put money in your pocket, then open up the pocketbook. Okay. All right. So look at that. So we did us a little something right here. Another one I want to show you is I created a little digital product. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull that up real quick. I created another digital product. Now, again, I show you this stuff so that you one day can go, hey, wait a minute. I think I can do just what Randy told me. He just showed me how to do it. So let me go ahead and go over here and see if I can find it real quick. It's in a window, it looks like. Okay. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll show you that product another time. Okay. Oh, here's one. Here's one that I just created. Yep. Here it is. Right. So I just created this product the other day or today because I'm going to be on with a collaborator of mine. So let's look at it. So what this is a flip book. right? Look at it, it's got some cool stuff in the background. I like to call them visual books because I like you to be able to move them like this. Look at that. Can you hear that? So that's a product that we can create really, really quickly. I'll show you how to do all of this stuff. You don't have to worry. And this one happens to be in the workforce development space. I am literally doing a podcast with somebody tomorrow. We collaborate together. Come together, put these things together, and then we do some stuff. So now this is one of the things that we after the podcast, because we're on it, we're going to be sharing it with people. Now, I didn't leave it in the description field, but I do have a link to one of the products that I've created a while ago called, I think it's called 25 Ways to Earn After Being a Podcast Guest Host or something like that. Now, tomorrow I've got 3 podcasts that I'm doing. I've got one at 4, one at 5, and one at 6. And then I'm going to be coming on with you at 9 o'clock. But the point is that here is a great chance to see how we then turn a piece of something. In this case, we coded something up. I already got the page or whatever I'm going to create from that. Then I'm going to turn over and create something else that then I can go out there and sell. Now, again, why I'm saying I is not to brag, but simply to blueprint, to show you that, hey, I did this. I got some tools. I'll be sharing all that kind of stuff with you. And I went out there and did this. All right. So that's one of the things. Now you've seen Canva. We've seen how we can take the code. All right. We've seen what we can do with the code. Let me jump to that again. So in this particular, oh, look at the 6th version. Oh, they were terrible, man. I says, what is going on with Canva and showing me this not so good looking stuff? So we got the code here. Then what I had to do was copy the code, take the code over to another tool, and then create stuff in the tool. In fact, I got over there and I was so frustrated. I says, hey, why? Let me see if I can show you. Why is it that Canva has such terrible code? I think I was in perplexity. I says, what is going on with their code? And oh my gosh, they threw them under the bus. I'll see if I can show you this real quick. I'll see if I can show you the response that I got from that. Let's see. When PowerPoint, I need to ask when PowerPoint says maybe it's too far down. It's too far. It's way down there. So this is one that I use too. I want y'all to start using Perplexity because it just gives you some really cool stuff. Let me see if I can search. Maybe I can search my talks here, right? So you see, you can do all kind of cool stuff. Let's see. That's the library. I don't want that. I don't want the spaces. I want to go and search the talks. Okay. Where are the Anyway, so you see, you've got all kind of tools that you can use to go find stuff. Search my threads. All right, so let's go ahead and search some threads. And I think I was talking about Canva. Let's see, this is it. What HeyGen most used for? I have Canva, put some AI tools on, but okay, I think this is it. I'm about to cancel them. I said, better stuff. I would like to cancel the free version. Sign up for Canva on the different emails. Yeah, yep, that's not it. I think maybe it's down here. Anyway, so this is what made me start thinking about canceling Canva because I was like, hey, look, they're not doing the job that I need them to do. So I might as well bounce and get on out of there. These are some of the things that we can do with these tools too, right? We ask the deeper question. Should I keep them? Should I leave them? And sometimes what we do is we go in there and we start looking at and doing comparatives and all kinds of stuff. And he says, well, hey, listen, I use another tool that's fire, that's creating me all kind of cool stuff. And why do I need Canva? Right. And sometimes you go, I don't need it because we got all kinds of stuff. And then I can show you some other cool hacks. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be showing y'all a lot of stuff. Right. Okay. I want to show you this one here because this one here is really exciting me. This is one that oh gosh, why can't I see it? See, on this tool, it doesn't always show me what I want to see. See if it's in a window, perhaps. There it is. Okay, so watch this one, y'all. So if you look here, I created this one again from some code, but I also am going to be showing y'all how we're going to create not just for some code, we're going to create something like this. And we're going to use this then to create multiple other things, right? For example, I write books. If you haven't gone over to my Amazon page, you can go over to my Amazon page and look at some of the books that I've created. Now, what I'm going to be doing is taking some of those books and says, hey, now I need to create some tools from that. That's what I'm telling you. Can we create digital products from code? That was from at the top of in the description field. If you're seeing this on YouTube, this is what I said. Yes, we can. A lot of people don't know that. And I wanted to drop another gem for you. We can do some incredible things if you notice that, right? All right. Now, here's what happened. I had created this code in something else, another tool. And this is one of the things I was railing against about some of these vibe coding tools, and how they're lying to us sometimes, right? Because get this, sometimes they don't give you the good code, or they don't give you something that you can use right away. So I literally had to take it over to Chat GPT. Watch this. If you notice here, it looks the same. It looks kind of the same. Look at this. Notice that there's a little bit of a difference. So I had to go over to ChatGPT and clean the code so that I can put it in some of my own LMS tools, right? So we ask ourselves the question of, well, I got it built. Now what? Where do I put it to sell it? This is the stuff that I'm going to be helping you with. Get on the calendar. It's right there on screen. Get on the calendar if you want me to show you how to do this stuff. We only got about another 8 minutes before I jump off. So I'm suggesting that you go over there and check this stuff out. I told you I wanted to be able to give you something that you can say, okay, cool. He just showed me that I can make that. He literally just showed me. So now if he just showed me that I can make that, then the next step is showing me what tools I might need, showing me what else I need to go and do. As I said, this is the easier part, right? People hate when, oh my gosh, he's off making an offer. Yes, because I wanted to be able to say, you have these, and I have the ability to absolutely help you turn it into these. Here's some things that people have said. Hey, what about this dude? There's some people that talk about me all the time. I don't like this. I don't like to talk about myself because it's just like, okay, all right, guy, what are you doing? But at the same time, we have to be able to go out there and share how we do some of this stuff a little bit. But then when you go out and try it yourself and go, hey, I came up with a stumbling block, then I come in and help you get over the hump. We're going to be using quite a few different tools. Some of these tools will blow your mind. Trust me when I say that. And some of these tools will be so darn simple. You're going to be saying to yourself, are you kidding me right now? One of the other things I like to do is say, hey, you don't have to be the genius in the room and know how to code this stuff. We're going to be learning this stuff very, very quickly. I'm actually going to be doing again tomorrow. I got that podcast that I'm doing, and we're going to be doing it in the workforce space. But we're going to be talking about reskilling and how important reskilling is. We have to get out there and reskill our workforce. If you're a part of that workforce, that means you. The reason why is because AI and the bots are coming for you. They're coming for all of us. And I just want to be the ones that point them. Go do this. I found a way to, use that Tesla robot and put it in a robot car and go make me some money. I'm going to go over here and do a couple other things, or I'm going to go on vacation. Anyway, so that's the point here. I want to make sure that you're able to see a couple of things, see that it's not super difficult, but yet it is. Because here's what we're finding. I got some other statistics for you. Look at this. The business survival rate by industry, right? This is something I coded up that is super duper fun to be able to code up. And I want you to start thinking about your own stuff. So what I did was I put this together, and then what it is a simple way. So let's say you want to go into a particular business. Well, this right here will show you the potential survival. So you go, wait, restaurants are what? Okay, survival rate, year one, year two, year three. I'm not lying to you. This is the math. And then you may go, well, maybe I better pick something else. What if it was construction? Okay, year one, year two, year three. What if it were healthcare? Now, if you want some of these tools that you see, just let me know. All you got to do is put a note in or DM me or something like that, and I will simply I will send it to you. But if it helps you, save the house because you say, "Oh man, I'm not going into that business," then that's good. Technology, right, is saying, "Hey, here's what's happening," and then all businesses average. Just a simple tool that we can create. I'm going to be showing you how to create them that we can then go out there and offer to people for sale. Now, I don't know if it's going to make you $1 million, but maybe. I don't know. Now, I shouldn't say that. I can't say that because this is not financial advice. This is educational purposes. What you're hearing is not typical, implied, guaranteed, or even promised. It is some things that some people do. I know you're going to get tired of me saying that, but that's true. So if you want to go ahead and support the stream, y'all, go ahead and do it right here. Support this stream, buy me a coffee. I would enjoy it immensely. Or if you want to come hang out with me over at Wealthy Street Bakery, I usually get there early, and I hang around for an hour or so, drinking coffee and getting preparing my day. If you want to come over there and just say, hey, look, I just want to see who this dude is and I want to hang out with him, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's jam. If you say, oh, I don't think he's real, he's not a real, whatever, I am, then you get a chance to see how we do this stuff. I'll work with you. I'll walk you through it because that's my promise to you. Again, I got people out there that if you see them in the streets and he says, hey, Randy asked about you because he was doing the 30 days, the 30-day challenge, and he was talking about you, promised something to you. Taj, Jewel, Odessa, Jaman, Takara. Now, I didn't put a post out that called them out because I wanted them to know, hey, I'm here. I told them I was going to do this. I was going to show them this stuff because they asked for it. And guess what? I have delivered. So let me see here. Somebody's in right now. Let me double check, make sure somebody's coming into the studio. I try not to put anything in there because I don't want some crazies coming in and start talking smack. I have to send the boss after them. Anyway, so y'all seeing how we're going to be doing this stuff? Yep. Everybody good on that? All right. Now, you have the ability to ask me anything. You can ask questions and, have me kind of walk you through some of the finer points of this stuff. Again, if you want to support the stream, go ahead and do it here. Get on my calendar here. I did find a couple of quirks on the calendar, like it was cutting off at like 1, but we'll get in before 1. I happen to have some capacity now because school is out. I teach entrepreneurs. School is out, and we start back, I think, after January. So get in there. Let's get this stuff understood. Let's reskill. Think about this for a minute. Imagine you for a minute learning this stuff, sitting there in your chair or whatever it is, just applying it. And then I'm going to also be showing you how we then monetize it. This is because I'm the monetize your life guy. Wow, I got to do it, right? How we then take this information and place it places, different places. I'm going to be showing you all kinds of tips and tricks and tools and stuff like that. In fact, I'm doing a collaboration with a good friend of mine, Matt. And in fact, I got to get on that because I've been busy, wrapping up the teaching stuff and all that and graduating people and all that. But we've got a very interesting collaboration, whereas he's put together a AI generated you playing instruments, or not playing instruments, but you in a song, a custom made song. Oh, I don't even get into it. I don't want to tell you about that. I'm going to be rolling it out. Be on the lookout for it. If I get it done, then I'll do it in one of the streams. I'll show you. what exactly that we're doing so that you can see it live, see it for yourself. And then you get a chance to see how, this collaboration of ours and how you can maybe participate in the collaboration by grabbing some of the stuff for some people that you care about, right? We're going to try to get it in for the Christmas season, but it's going to be, for after that too. All right. So that's it, everybody. I'm going to jump off now, but guess what? You will see me again tomorrow, and I'm going to be dropping some more gems every single day, is something different.